Digger. Welcome to Story Time. This is the show where we talk about books for kids. And then we get to interview the characters from those books. Huh? Does that sound great, kids? All right. Well, listen, I have a treat for you today. Today, instead of me introducing the story, we have a special guest who's going to introduce our book of the day. I want to introduce you to Story Bear! So now you might have guessed that Story Bear is no ordinary bear. Story Bear connects to the internet to find the greatest stories for kids, and then he tells them to us. You might be thinking, wait a minute, is Story Bear anything like Wiki Bear? That famous bear from the Conan O'Brien show, who tells kids facts from Wikipedia, but sometimes gets stuck on gross and morbid details? Well, we sure hope not. Let's hope that Story Bear tells nice, clean stories for kids. What do you say we turn them on? Huh? All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Story Bear, and I got a story for you. Today's story is called Red Kayak. It's about a boy named Brady who lives with his family on the Chesapeake Bay. I'm Story Bear!
Well, I can't wait to hear about Brady's adventures. Go on.
Brady grew up on the bay and likes to catch crabs. He also likes to joke around with his friends, Digger and JT. They laugh and laugh.
Aw, that's sweet. Children having fun. This is a fun story.
One day, they joke about playing a prank on their rich neighbor, Mr. D'Angelo. Brady says they should drill holes in his kayak so that it slowly sinks with Mr. D'Angelo still in it. Ha ha, how funny!
Why would that be funny?
Because we have to face our own mortality someday. I'm Story Bear!
Okay. Well, listen, we have with us today on the phone Brady's friend Digger, and maybe he can tell us a little bit more about this prank.
Yo, dab me up, bro. This is Digger. Yeah, we thought it would be funny to watch the old fart sink and have to swim back to shore. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes. I guess that's funny to some people. But kids, we don't really like to joke around like that, do we? Well, the good news, Digger, is that you didn't actually go through with it, right?
Haha, yeah, we actually did. Me and JT got the jail from Brady's house, snuck over to the old D'Angelo's place and put holes in that stupid kayak. Then we filled the holes with glue that would melt away after he was in the water a while.
Good Lord. What would possess you to do that?
That's easy. Revenge. He's a rich jerk who caught me smoking near his house and kicked me off his property. I was going to show him up.
A story about revenge? Story Bear? Is this true?
It sure is, but there's more to the story. Digger and Brady are about to get in big trouble.
Big trouble? Why? Did Mr. D'Angelo find out?
Nope, it was actually Mrs. D'Angelo. She used the kayak, and wouldn't you know it, she sank, glug glug.
Oh, that's not good.
What's worse, she brought along her 3-year-old son. Talk about being wet behind the ears. I'm Story Bear.
Wait, she had her young son in the kayak with her when it sank? That must have been terrifying. I think we need to talk with Mrs. D'Angelo, and she's here today. So why don't we welcome her out? Mrs. D'Angelo.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, thank you for being here. Story Bear was just telling us all about your terrible experience in the kayak. Did you have any idea it would sink?
No idea. I just wanted to go out into the water and enjoy my time with my son Ben.
That does sound like something a mother would want to do without her kayak sinking. Story Bear, do you have anything else to add about this terrible experience?
Ask her what happened to her son. Spoiler alert, he died.
Oh no! I'm so sorry, I had no idea. Oh, what a tragedy. How are you able to move on?
Thank you. It's been hard. After Ben died, I was depressed. I spent a lot of time in my garden, and my neighbor's son, Brady, helped me in my garden. That was his idea. After the trial, when Brady's friends were punished, we moved.
Oh, wow. And how are you doing now?
I'm doing better. I miss Ben, of course, but after we moved, we had another baby shortly, and I'm trying to treasure every moment.
Of course. That's so brave of you. Well, listen, I don't want to take up any more of your time. You're so generous to come out and join us today. Why don't we bring out Brady so he can tell us a little bit more about this story?
But I thought I was telling the story.
Cram it, Story Bear. You've said enough. All right, everybody, let's give it up for Brady.
I'm so glad to be on the Storytime show. But isn't this show for little kids?
Yeah, actually it is. But we didn't know Story Bear was going to tell a story about a young boy drowning.
Oh, he didn't drown. He had a life preserver on. I found him along the shore still alive, but he got hypothermia and never recovered.
Oh my.
I heard Ben was a laid-back kid. You might say he was pretty chill.
I'm going to ignore that. So Brady, how did you feel when Ben died?
Felt awful. I thought it was my fault.
Your fault? Why would it be your fault?
Because it was my idea to fill the holes with glue. But I didn't know that Digger and JT would actually do that.
Aw, come on, man. You know we're being kind of serious.
Brady, is that true? Did you think that they were serious about drilling the holes?
No way. That's what made it all so terrible. Just one dumb thing and everyone's lives went down the tubes.
Yeah, I see that. And how did you deal with your guilt?
I tried to help Mrs. D'Angelo any way possible. So I helped her with her butterfly garden in her backyard.
Oh, okay. That's a nice way to kind of ease your guilt and help her out. What do you think about your friends, JT and Digger, now?
I mean, they're good friends. They didn't rat me out for coming up with the plan, even though they got punished for it.
Digger, is that true? Are you that good of a friend?
Yo, I mean, yeah, he's my bro, you know? I'm loyal like that. I'd do anything for my friends.
So, Brady and Digger, what lessons have you learned?
Yeah, I think I better stop acting out of anger. It gets you in trouble and can hurt people like Ben.
Not to joke around about hurting someone else, because it could end up in a way you wouldn't want it to.
That's absolutely true. That's a hard lesson to learn. But thankfully we learned it today, however appropriate it was for little kids. Thank you, Story Bear, for sharing Red Kayak with us. Perhaps we'll save that next time for an older audience. Thank you to Mrs. D'Angelo, to Brady and Digger for joining us today on Storytime. I'm your host, Mark Stone. We'll see you next time.